Alexa, this is Halloween.
Hello, everybody. Who are these people? It is Monday, October 11th. 11th, right?
Correct.
I didn't have work today because it is Indigenous Peoples Columbus Day. So I didn't have work today. Bank holiday. Huzzah! Dan had to work today, unfortunately. But while at home, I did laundry and finally unpacked my suitcase and you know, did all the laundry from vacation because all weekend long I lived there. I don't know if it was just like catching up from the days that just wore on us or what, but I literally didn't want to do anything all weekend. Because normally when we come back, we go right to work the next day. We don't have a day in between to get our life together, so I feel like life wasn't together. Still not completely together, but we're getting there, slowly but surely. And it's nice that I'm finally decorated for Halloween, so I can enjoy Halloween decorations. I was going to do it before we left, but never got a chance to. And then tomorrow, we'll put up the lights on the porch. We have little like window light things, and then we have orange and purple lights that go up and down the stair banister in the front porch. So
Are we gonna do the candy shoot again this year?
I don't know. I don't think we need to.
I feel like it was cool.
Well, it was cool.
Like I kind of want to do it again just because it was cool.
Just 'cause it's cool. I know nobody else got to see the candy shoot because.
Yeah, we'll throw a couple pictures in because we took pictures. I feel like I want to do the candy shoot this year.
Yeah.
Just because it was fun.
I feel like then people, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't want people to feel like we're just like, ew, stay away from me.
Well, we'll do like an optional candy shoot. Like, hey, if you want, we'll give you candy. But if you want to use the cool candy shoot, we'll just throw the candy shoot and it comes out the skull mouth. I mean, that's pretty epic.
Yeah. We had that set up last year because obviously with COVID Halloween, things were a bit different. And we have the opportunity with our porch to make a tube down to the bottom of the stairs. So then the kiddos just had to put their bags underneath the tube, and then the skull mouth just spit out the candy.
I'll say it was pretty awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Pretty efficient too.
Yeah. We're gonna make some breakfast for dinner tonight because I'm too lazy to do anything else. I don't know what it is. The reason why I didn't pick up the camera at all last week when we came home was because I just felt like I was too blah, and I didn't want to sit there and then be blah to everybody.
Need a little break.
Yeah, plus my arm's getting tired. Plus, you know, obviously we vlog our entire trip.
It was a short week too.
Yeah, it was a short week, so really you'd only have the weeknights, which the weeknights we don't really do much of anything.
And this weekend we didn't do anything.
This weekend we didn't do anything.
Well, to be fair, I finished editing all of the August trip.
Yeah.
So those will be coming up with regularity now.
Yeah.
Now I can work on the September trip, get them ahead of time, and those will all come out. So.
But I will
on the positive side.
Yeah. But I will say though, it was very fun to be there for the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom. Even though the pomp and circumstance was lower than I expected. Does that make sense?
A little bit. I feel, yeah, I didn't feel like it was, I was expecting more special day things.
So like if it wasn't for the guests in the park making it what it was, like some people were very like happy, positive. We saw a lot of cool things like People walking around with I was a cast member on opening day, or I was there opening day. We saw a group of ladies with cute Dapper Dan outfits on, and like those types of things just really made it something special. But I feel like Disney themselves kind of dropped the ball on the celebration. I know it's a continuous celebration. I know it's going to keep going, and I'm not taking for granted that I was there, because I 100% was super excited to be there. But yeah, I think everybody that was there kind of expected a little bit more, especially in the morning when they just had a typical welcome show, which is going to be the new welcome show. I thought it was going to be something, you know, extravagant for the 50th anniversary. Like, thought there'd be a speech, maybe a rededication, but apparently that all happened the night before for special people that could go. If it was cast members, that's fine. But if I saw that there was a lot of just like normal media people there, and that's kind of like, well, I mean, that's cool, but like, can you do it again for like the super guests that are waiting to come into the park at 6 o'clock in the morning and really excited to be there? I don't know. But we did get to see a bunch of the higher-ups, the big wigs of Disney. They were all roaming around in one of the Hubgrass areas, so we were creeping on them a little bit, you know. Yeah. It is what it is.
You can tell it was definitely a little bit of a different day.
Yeah.
But, and I mean, aside from all the ridiculous lines and crazy people.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that's really all that we really could tell was a different Disney day.
Yeah. The wait times were relatively short because everybody was in line for popcorn buckets, so... Sure. Or in line for the Emporium.
Or to get
coffee.
For the
merchandise. Or to get coffee. Like, we were at one point, but we just needed the coffee because it was super early. But yeah. But all in all, it was a wonderful trip.
Yep.
We got to experience Halloween Horror Nights for the first time the night we got there. And that was a lot of fun. Liz was a great RIP tour guide for us, a private RIP tour guide. We loved it. We had such a great time.
It was amazing.
And we just enjoyed hanging out with Liz and Mike, and I enjoyed it. Had a good time.
Absolutely.
With the spookies.
Had a good time. 4 stars would recommend.
4 stars. No, I give it a 5.
It's not 5 because of the tunnel and Beetlejuice.
Oh, well.
If there was no tunnel and Beetlejuice.
Your mileage may vary.
Yeah, exactly. Mileage may vary. For me, it's like 4 stars would recommend.
Because of the Beetlejuice tunnel. Nice. Anyways, so I think I'll spare you tonight my thoughts on the other entertainment at Disney. We'll save that for another night.
Yeah.
I have to go back to work in the morning, so I'll probably get showered. It was a late night last night because the Bills, my gosh. So the game was later. We were on prime time last night.
Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football. Super cool. There was a rain delay for like an hour at halftime, so.
It's like an hour and a half. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Game didn't end until 12?
It was,
15,
I was going to say, it was more like 12:30 because I don't think we went to bed till like almost 1 o'clock.
Close to 1 o'clock, yeah.
So, my goodness, like I was fading fast, but then I was like so anxious too because we were winning, so I'm sitting there like scrolling on Instagram, like trying to distract myself a little bit. Good thing I didn't have my Apple Watch on, otherwise it probably would have told me to breathe about 20 times. But we won. It was amazing to see that happen. The Chiefs obviously are a great team, and they just weren't having a good night, and we capitalized on that.
That's what you want to have happen. It's like
yes.
Everyone's gonna not, have like ups and downs. So if you're playing a really good team that is having a down game, you need to capitalize on that, and that's what's different about this Bills team.
It's not like we're slouchy. Like, we're not a slouchy team. It's just, the experience level is. We're starting to get up there, though, so that's a plus.
We're on the rise up.
Yeah.
And these are all good signs that we're still moving up.
Go Bills.
Good. Go Bills. Go Bills!
We got to see so many people at Disney that were Bills fans, which was awesome. Every time you turn around, you hear a Go Bills, and a Go Bills here, and a Go Bills there, and it's like, oh yeah. So much fun. When we were at Disney Springs on Sunday, we were continuously checking the score of the game. And then when we went back to our room at Kidani, we're sitting on the balcony eating some zebra domes, watching the zebra and giraffe roam around, and listening to the Bills game.
It was pretty cool.
But it was awesome. It was such a nice slower end to the trip than we're used to, because we're used to just go every single day. So as the years go on, we've tried to incorporate more slow days into our trips, because we know that we'll be back more times, so we don't need to do every single thing every single time.
And they're meant to be vacations.
Yes, and it's taken us a long time to get there, but we're finally getting there, I think.
This trip was probably one of the few times where it actually kind of closely happened.
Yeah, because we had a lot of late nights, and
I think that our biggest accomplishment was after Horror Nights, not trying to rope drop and get Rise of Resistance.
Correct.
Because like Halloween Horror Nights, we didn't get back to the room until like 2 o'clock,
almost, yeah.
And we had been up for 23 hours.
Yeah, because that was our travel day.
For a travel day.
Luckily, we went to sleep around 8 o'clock the night before we left, which was the first, because normally
we're up packing
and like finishing packing still, and then we only get like 3 to 4 hours of sleep. But we got a good night's sleep beforehand, which really helped too. So
that made the difference.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure that I'm always packed almost fully 2 days prior. I used to do that, and then I fell off the wagon on that, and I got back on it, and so now I'm better off.
Good job. We'll keep you on the wagon.
Keep me on the wagon. Keep me on the wagon. Also, when I came home, the realization that I only have a few more weeks until, not even a few.
It's next week.
Stop it.
10 days.
Next week is my surgery, everybody.
10 days.
I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm looking forward to the
aftermath, the outcome
of the surgery. However, I'm not looking forward to the actual act of going in for surgery. I'm sure you can all relate that surgery is probably not the best thing. It's my first surgery ever, so I don't know what to expect. I've never been in that position before, so all of that is really making me very anxious. Even though people tell me all the time, oh, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. It's so quick, you don't even know what happens. It's like, I understand that. Maybe I'll feel that way afterwards, but it's the whole getting there part that really is just increasingly by the day getting me very, very anxious.
Yeah. Well, you didn't go through it when you were young and invincible.
Right.
Like,
now I'm old and
yeah. Now you're old and like thinking about everything seriously more. So it's a big difference, and I think that's why, like, if you've gone through it in that time where you didn't think about it as much, then you're like, oh well, I've been through it already. It's fine.
I just try to keep telling myself, just think of how much it'll improve your life. Just think of how much it'll improve your life. And I can only say it so many times, but I really do try to keep...
It's never going to be easy.
Yeah.
You just got to keep yourself from having a complete mental breakdown, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I feel like my first race anxiety right now.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll feel like that the night before, too.
Most likely.
And I probably won't sleep. Luckily, I'll have a nice 4-hour snooze. Could be 4 hours. That's what they say is like the typical time for the surgery that I'm having, only because it's done robotically, so it's more precision and when they're in there, so it's less invasive, but it is like very technical. So anyways, and then after that I gotta start my training, because speaking of races, I had 2 races coming up in February and then 1 in May.
You gotta get running and running and running.
Yep. Anyways, let's just make some dinner.
Let's make some dinner.
Alright. Sorry, we chatted on forever. We just feel like we have a lot to catch up on because we haven't been on here in a while. I just put up the vlog finally from the week before we left, so that's up there for your viewing pleasures. I entitled it The One Before We Went to Disney.
Nice.
I thought that was appropriate. And since we didn't vlog the entire week when we came back from Disney,
it's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. Sometimes you just gotta take those times, right? Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
It is Taco Tuesday.
Oh, I wear my taco socks today.
Come on.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
You had one job.
I wear my Spartan and scuba gear riding a shark socks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, today is Tuesday. I'm working from home tomorrow, which is cool. Got my workstation all set up. And now all we have to do is decide what to watch tonight.
Choices. I feel like we should watch some spooky Halloween stuff.
I was leaning more towards Somebody Feed Phil.
Some what?
Somebody Feed Phil.
Oh, sure, that's fine.
So things we've been watching. Somebody Feed Phil on Netflix. Love it. What else are we watching? Obviously, Great British Bake Off is back.
Yeah.
So we've been watching Great British Bake Off when it comes to us here in the US on Netflix. So it drops for us here on Fridays. I think it releases on Wednesdays in the UK. Wednesdays or Tuesdays in the UK. So we get it on Fridays on Netflix, which is awesome. So I have to avoid looking at their Facebook page like between the time until Friday when I watch it, so that I don't know who got sent home or who got Star Baker or anything like that. I don't want to know until I find out for myself. We did watch What If on Disney Plus.
Yep, yeah, that was pretty good.
It was pretty cool. Some of them were a little So spooky shows are going to be starting back up again, I think. So we'll have some spooky movies to watch shortly. And
we watched Muppets Haunted Mansion.
we did watch Muppets Haunted Mansion. That was really cute.
That was really cool.
I liked that.
I loved how it was all tied to the ride.
Yeah.
Which was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And then
there's some really, really funny parts that I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, like in the stretching room.
Yes. The stretching room, oh my gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, it was hilarious. And I think it's hilarious to us, I think, because we find that one thing hilarious.
Super
anyways.
funny, yeah. So if you don't find it that funny, you might not
think it's funny.
Think it's that funny.
But now, every time we go on that ride, I'm going to think of that part because it was hilarious. And it's like, and you're like, you're right. It actually is. So, yeah, definitely watch that one. That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good instant classic,
yeah.
I would say. Has there been anything else we've watched recently?
A lot of YouTube.
Yeah. I've been watching, so I love watching travel vloggers on YouTube. I've watched, and I still do, but like back when I first found them, I like binged all of their stuff. So like the Bucket List Family, obviously. That's the biggest one that actually like started me into watching travel vloggers. And then I watched Tim and Finn and The Endless Adventure and Kara and Nate. It's the most recent one I started watching. I found Kara and Nate because I thought it would be fun to own a van. Not to live in permanently like a lot of van lifers do, but just to have one in lieu of a RV because they're so much easier to use. They're easier to get in places. You can camp anywhere in them. You can drive them more probably without filling up on gas. I would assume they'd probably be a little bit better on gas.
Yeah.
Some of them are diesel though, so. Also, then you wouldn't have to worry about towing a vehicle if you got like a bigger RV, or renting a vehicle somewhere if you had a smaller RV that you still wanted a vehicle in wherever you were exploring. So sometimes I just get on these weird kicks and just so then I found their van life stuff, and then I saw that they traveled the world for 4 years and went to 100 countries, and now more, but yeah, that was their goal, 100 countries.
And they did it.
They did it. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, they did it.
I haven't watched them all yet. I haven't gone back to like the really early things, but let's watch Somebody Feed Phil. That's like a combination of two wonderful things, like eating and finding good food and traveling.
It's a good combination.
It is a good combination. Let's do it. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening. It is
Spooky Voice October.
Yes, it is Wednesday. Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Yep. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Crazy. The week's almost over already. It's because I had Monday off, so.
Somebody's fancy. You're so fancy.
I already know.
Yeah, you do.
Anyways, tonight we have some pork chops and apples with some carrots.
Yeah, super fancy. Something new.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be good. I just found the recipe today. I made one another time, but I don't know if it came out that well. So we'll see how this one comes out. We're gonna try to watch the new Under Wraps tonight, I think.
The decision?
Yeah, I think so. We'll check it out. I obviously love the original Under Wraps. It was a Disney Channel original movie back in the day. I don't even know what year it came out. They usually have it on demand, but they have not put it on Disney Plus, and I don't know why. But they have this new one that looks like it's the exact same plot, so we'll see how terrible it is.
We shall see.
Sometimes you just can't beat the originals, so let's eat, because I'm starving, and let's watch and see what happens. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday!
Happy Friday.
We didn't vlog yesterday because poor Dan got stuck at work late. And by the time we came home, it was 11sies and the hobbits were hungry.
And I was in no mood to talk either. So,
so tonight is Moe's night.
Welcome to Moe's!
We decided to get some Moe's because we had pizza last week. We also had Chinese last weekend. And we had subs for lunch. So, I kind of wanted some like Mexican-ish food. So,
well, that qualifies.
This
Moe's
is
qualifies as
Mexican-ish. Yeah. It was either Moe's or Chipotle, I said, but then I ultimately chose Moe's because better salsa. I mean, better queso. So, we have some Moe's stacks here. I just put some chips on there. I don't know why. I was gonna eat them, but then I was like, that's incredibly rude.
But garnish your stack with some chips. There we go.
Absolutely. It's the perfect garnish. Anyway. Tonight is Great British Bake Off night.
Victory.
Yes. Our battery is dying.
Oh no.
That's terrible. I have my pre-op appointment today. So I feel like every time I go to see the doctor, it makes me feel a smidgen better about what's going on. So he also said some reassuring things in the appointment. So again, always makes me feel a little bit better about the situation. So we'll see what happens. Monday is my pre-op tests and COVID test.
Getting close.
Fun, wow. Ugh. My surgery time was changed though from 11:30, I think it was 11 o'clock. It was 11. Got changed to 7:30, so we're just moving right up.
Which is good. Less time to think about it as you're awake.
True. But also have to be there at 5:30, which is kind of like, woo! But small trade-off. It's poor Dan that's gonna be having a long day because I'm gonna be sleeping.
That's fine. I'll be fine.
Dan's fine. All right, well, let's watch Great British Bake Off, shall we?
Let's do it.